Have you ever driven down a scenic, unpaved road only to suddenly feel like your car is rattling itself to pieces? Your teeth chatter, your steering wheel violently shakes in your hands, and the entire cabin sounds like you've driven inside a blender. Welcome to the dreaded washboard road. If you've lived near dirt roads, you've probably wondered why they always form these perfectly spaced, teeth-jarring ripples. Ask the locals, and you'll hear all kinds of confident theories. They blame heavy logging trucks, rain runoff, sudden braking, or specific tire treads. But what if I told you the main cause isn't heavy trucks or weather? It's a fascinating physical instability that naturally emerges when wheels repeatedly interact with a loose surface. Welcome to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Today, we're uncovering the surprising science behind washboard roads and why a perfectly smooth dirt road can transform itself into a bone-rattling obstacle course. This phenomenon isn't just an annoyance, it's incredibly destructive. Washboarding can accelerate wear on vehicle suspensions, reduce tire traction, and cost rural communities enormous amounts of money in road maintenance and grading. And it doesn't just happen to dirt roads. You can find very similar ripple patterns on sandy beaches, gravel driveways, snowy trails, and many other loose granular surfaces. For decades, many researchers suspected that vehicle suspension systems played a major role, with cars bouncing up and down like heavy metal springs. But our story of understanding the mystery begins in 1963 with a physicist who decided to strip the problem down to its absolute bare minimum. Dr. Keith Mather, like many of us, hated driving on corrugated roads. To find out what actually caused them, he built a brilliantly simple experiment. He spread a flat layer of dry sand on a circular track and attached a small, hard lawnmower wheel to a central arm. Using a family metronome to keep a perfectly steady pace, he continuously pushed the wheel in circles. To his surprise, little ripples appeared in the sand almost immediately. Curious, he tested other materials: sugar, split peas, and dry rice grains. The results were remarkably similar. Mather showed that washboarding did not require a car's engine, suspension system, or even a particularly heavy vehicle. It's something that can naturally emerge when a wheel repeatedly interacts with a loose surface. But why does the wheel make ripples? Fast forward to 2007. Physicists at the University of Cambridge and the University of Toronto took Mather's work further using rotating table experiments and computer analysis. They confirmed the remarkably simple physics behind the phenomenon. When a wheel rolls over a dirt road, the surface is never perfectly microscopically flat. Eventually, the wheel encounters a tiny bump or imperfection and can momentarily lose full contact with the surface. When it comes back down, it strikes the loose material and pushes grains forward and to the sides. This impact creates a tiny depression while helping build a small ridge nearby. The next tire interacts with that ridge, slightly amplifying the pattern. It works a bit like a skipping stone across a calm lake. One vehicle may start a microscopic pattern, but after hundreds or thousands of passes, that tiny disturbance can grow into the familiar tire-rattling washboard. Is there any way to prevent it? The physicists made one more crucial discovery. Washboarding tends to appear only when vehicles travel above a threshold speed, often called the critical speed. For many loose surface roads, this threshold can be surprisingly low. Below it, wheels are less likely to leave the surface and amplify small bumps. But once vehicles repeatedly travel above it, the instability can begin to grow rapidly. This leads to the famous driving dilemma. If you drive fast over a washboard road, your vehicle may seem to skim over the tops of the ridges, making the ride feel smoother. But the forces between the tires and the road can also help reinforce the pattern, contributing to the road's gradual deterioration over time. So, the next time you find yourself bouncing down a country lane, holding on for dear life, don't curse the local road grader or the weather. You are experiencing a fascinating physical process that emerges from nothing more than wheels, loose material, and motion. Thank you for exploring the surprising science behind everyday life with us. If you enjoyed this journey, please hit that like button, share it with a friend who hates bumpy roads, and subscribe to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Drive safe, and we'll see you next time.